Hi again. I had a really great response from my first video. I understand not everybody may have such a nice and understanding view of my story, and some people may be like, well, why didn't you say anything? So, you have to understand that my abuse has started since as far back as I can remember. Um, and I feel like I blocked some of it out for a time during my childhood. Um, it's starting coming forward again whenever I started high school. Um, when I was 14, my older sibling had just graduated high school and they moved out and eventually cut off all contact um, with me and my mom. And so I was kind of really alone, and things changed very fast. I went from having some freedom to being cut off from pretty much everybody. My mom, she'd already cut me off from a lot of my family. Um, she's But she started cutting me off from my friends too. I wasn't allowed to see them outside of school. Um, she made me feel very alone, like I didn't have anybody. And at one point, it got really bad, and I was like, I told her, I'm like, I'm gonna tell somebody. I'm going to tell somebody what's going on in this house, and I'm gonna get out. And her exact words were, you will have it so much worse in foster care than you would in this house. If you think it's bad now, wait till you are raped every day and abused every day. This is not nearly as bad. And nobody wants you. My aunts don't want me. My other family members don't want me. I'm stuck. So, I didn't say anything. And then my junior year of high school, we started having like this therapist, psychiatrist person come in from DCS, and they came in twice a week. And I would see them every day they were there. It was the same lady. She was super nice, and I told her everything that had happened. Nothing changed for me. There is a file with my name on it somewhere, either in that school or in some office somewhere. There is a file where I told everything that had ever happened. I wanted to get out of the house, and it wasn't an option. I think, the system does make mistakes. They don't help everybody. Not necessarily that they don't want to, it's just they want to try and keep the family together as much as possible. I am not a religious person now, but I prayed every night that I wouldn't wake up the next morning. I didn't feel like dying would be as bad as living in hell every day. That's not to say that if you are going through a similar situation that you shouldn't speak up, because you should. You should speak up to as many people as you can and try and get yourself out. But sometimes I know it's not always the option. I was scared. Like, if she were to find out that I had said something, what would have happened to me? I don't know. I don't know if I would be here right now or what would have happened to me if she would have found out that I did tell somebody. Because I did, and I tried, and it didn't work. And besides that, I mean, several of my peers knew, people that were closest to me. I had two friends that lived on the same country road as me, and one of them knew everything, and the other one knew several things that had happened. But what can another teenager do? They can't do anything. So you're stuck. And then after I turned 18, I didn't have anywhere to go. Everyone's like, oh, when you're 18, you're free. Like, to go be homeless? Where the hell am I supposed to go? Like, there isn't an option. There's not resources for me. So I was stuck in that house until I was 19. And I met a stranger on the internet, and who I happen to be married to now. But, it could have ended up bad. It could have. I could have met the wrong person, but I was so desperate to get out of that situation. It didn't matter. Luckily, it turned out for me, but it could have ended up bad. So I did say something. It just didn't make a difference. And, if you are watching this and you're in a situation right now that you can't get out of, get a hold of me. I may not be able to do much, but I will do what I can. Thank you for listening.